From a basement recording studio in an undisclosed location, this is Sales Game. Please welcome today's contestants. Founder at the SD Lab, Tom Slocum. Founder and chief pitch artist at startup Hypeman, Raj Nation. Sales strategy specialist, Cortney Wilbanks. And sales director at Aligned, Saad Khan. And your host of Sales Game, the founder of Popr.ai, yours truly, Jeff Hatton. So buckle up and let's get ready to play Sales Game. Welcome to Sales Game contestants. Before we get started with our first Sales Game, I want to introduce you to a special guest. It's a celebrity judge, none other than the winner of Sales Game Episode 2, Todd Capone. Todd, awesome to have you here, man. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this.
Yeah, I still wake up in a cold sweat in the middle of the night thinking about my experience, but I'm glad I didn't.
Love it. Any words of wisdom for the contestants before we get started?
Well, as the judge, it's really just two words. Entertain me. I'm just kidding. No, so just literally have fun. I had an absolute blast doing this, and I can't wait to see what all of you come up with. So thanks for having me.
Love it. Love it. All right, let's go ahead and get started with our first sales game, which we refer to as
What Went Wrong?
Tom, we're going to start with you. Tom, and my question to you is going to be what went wrong? Tom, Sarah and Alex, co-founders of a $1 million ARR startup, have excelled in founder-led sales despite lacking a structured sales process. But since business has been growing so fast and they're getting pulled into other areas, they need to quickly transition their selling duties and hire their first salesperson. Tom, what went wrong in this scenario?
Ooh, it's a toughie. So Sarah and Alex startups have hit a huge milestone, right? They're making that next leap involving hiring that first salesperson. And the reality is before they even know it, what went wrong here is that while growing fast without a structured sales process can ultimately lead to a lot of chaos for them, it's kind of like driving a high-speed car, without the map, right? So they're going to have misalignment, onboarding issues are probably almost guaranteed in this situation. And so to steer this ship right, they're going to need a clear plan in place. So they're going to need to work on their onboarding. They're going to have, some misalignment issues. They need to create their playbook. So there's just a couple things that obviously they grew really, really fast, but they need to slow for a second, organize everything, get everything in place, and then be able to make that first sales hire.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. You for sure want to have a plan in place so you don't waste that resource because
exactly.
that's valuable time that's extremely important to the success of the startup.
I'm just holding my pen because everybody clapped. I'm holding my pen to show the audience that I was taking notes there because Tom, that was a
Hey, I got you.
Nobody likes the brown nose. That's not going to help your
Okay.
Don't let me take it down then. No more notes then. That's how it is.
Fantastic. All right, next up, we're going to go to Raj. Raj, my question to you is going to be, what went wrong? Raj, Vic is having a great discovery call with a qualified buyer, Boomi. Then Boomi asks about price. Vic has relevant information on hand and says, I'd love to share full pricing and a proposal in a follow-up call. Can we get that scheduled? Raj, so what went wrong here?
Well, when a buyer asks about price, what they don't want to hear is, let me tell you that information 1 to 2 weeks from now. They have some inkling that they'd like to know today. So if this conversation has gone well enough that this buyer is interested, or maybe they're not interested and they just want to get some ballpark pricing in general, it's okay to give them an idea of what it will cost. Now, Vic may need more specifics to know exactly how much it's going to cost, but what at least he could say is, yeah, so typically customers are buying from us from this range to this range, depending on a few factors. But if you leave that meeting being like, hey, you've got a question and I'm going to save that answer for right after the break, they probably won't stick around on that channel.
Absolutely. Well done. Good job, Raj. Nice work. I got a feeling that our judges' ears may be tingling a little bit there with your answer. Fantastic work.
It spoke to me.
All right. Next up, we're going to go to Cortney. Cortney, my question to you is going to be what went wrong? Cortney, Samantha is a freshly trained BDR prospecting into new accounts. Excited to make an impact, Samantha pulled a list and started to email every person with the title CISO on that list without checking or validating the company's size or infrastructure alignment. Cortney, what went wrong here?
Okay. So, Samantha, CISOs are pretty tough to sell to. So, congratulations on your new journey of self-resilience. So I have a couple of questions for you before we dive into some feedback. So the first question I would have for you is to ask, have you considered looking at the organizational chart of each of these companies that you're trying to break into, and how the CISO aligns in the organizational chart? The reason I say that is because an SMB Series A CISO is completely different from what their job functions are compared to an enterprise CISO. So first I would understand that. And then I would take this a step further and look into the org chart and ask deeper questions surrounding about the problem that you're looking to solve, right? And identify, is it actually a problem or is it not? And are they actually actively looking to solve it? And lastly, don't forget to check their social profiles to see if they are actually still working at the company in which the list pulled. So the rule of thumb here when it comes to data sets are to trust but verify all the data you're given. And if you see that your prospect is out of work, offer help if you can.
Good suggestions. Nice work, Cortney. Well done. All right. Okay. Last up, we're going to go to Saad. Saad, my question to you is going to be, what went wrong? Saad, Jeremy and his team at Sasco celebrated landing a meeting with a highly desirable key account. However, they were equally deflated after they realized that one of the leaders of the key account was strongly connected to one of Sasco's biggest competitors. So Jeremy went into the meeting without a full effort, knowing the deal was wired for their competitor. Saad, what went wrong here?
The fact that Jeremy went in a little deflated. Jeremy assumed the worst. Jeremy had a chance to fight, and Jeremy lost before the fight even started. You know what else went wrong? Jeremy got a message from the champion saying, hey, brilliant demo. You guys are the vendor of choice, but we started a pilot with your competitor because you didn't follow up. Jeremy lost the fight before even trying. Jeremy heard some things, and Jeremy was like, you know what? It's probably gone. Don't lose the fight before you even start the fight.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice word. Yeah, as sellers, we have a tendency to sometimes let ourselves get into our own heads sometimes and make assumptions about what other people think when we don't necessarily know that that's the case. So,
yeah,
fantastic piece of advice, Saad. Well done.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and turn to our celebrity judge.
Love you, Todd.
Todd Capone. So, Todd, these guys did a great job here in this round. What have you got for us? How did the scores shake out?
Scores for round one.
They were fantastic responses, all of them, which makes this really, really hard. Can I pick apart a couple of things? Do you mind? All right. So, Tom, your advice was fantastic. Like, I literally didn't even think of that. That was awesome. 100 points. Raj, your advice was fantastic too. Of course, it speaks to me through transparency. I absolutely love that. You also got 100 points. Cortney, yours was awesome. I'm going to only give you 98 points, though. You lost 2 points for me because of using acronyms that we don't know what the acronyms are. So just advice for everybody. CISO, I know what it is. I think everybody was nodding, but I'm not sure the listeners will know. So when you're giving out advice, make sure that you're clear about what that acronym is. And then Saad, loved your answer too. It was fantastic. There's one other piece that I would have done around transparency, but I gave you a 99.
All right, great job, everybody. It's a super close match after round one. We're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break, and when we get back, we're going to do some fun introductions. And our next game we call Word Up. Stay tuned after the break.
This is your sales organization. And this is your sales organization without a structured sales process. Any questions?
If your marketing and sales team's young and green, on the demo is where you're gonna lose your leads. Clicking around, talking loud, acting all cool, showing off your software features and tools. But reality is, your demo's no good, scaring all the leads out your neighborhood. I got one little soundbite I want you to hear. You better call up Startup Hypeman to be better prepared. Now listen for a second, selling SaaS is a bear, so I'd like to make you fresh and build your hype to be clear. If anything, you could say that this guy is rare, but instead say, nah, forget it. Hypeman, take us there.
All right, welcome back from the break. Contestants, let's go ahead and get started with some introductions. First up, we are going to meet Saad Khan from Aligned. Saad, great to have you here on Sales Game. Hey, Saad, it says here that you have an alter ego.
Ooh, yeah, they call me DJ DOS because DOS it. You know, I play techno, so DOS it. So DOS is the inverse of Saad. So
clever.
I put some thought into it. So my way of relieving sales stress is I have my mixer right underneath my table. So in between meetings, I'm spinning a few beats.
Love it. Love it. Good to have you here, Saad. All right, next up, we're going to meet our sales strategy specialist, Cortney Wilbanks. Cortney, it says here that your grandpa went with you to a frat party in college and wound up meeting and taking a selfie with none other than Post Malone. We got to hear this story, Cortney.
Yeah, so I went to Ole Miss, aka we always lose the game, but we never lose the party. My grandpa came with me for Father's Weekend for my sorority, and my boyfriend's friends were in the Grove, and they're like, "Oh, come to this party! Like, come to Post Malone." I was like, "My grandpa's here." They're like, "Oh, he can come." He wound up going. Everyone wound up loving him. And if the Pike House, which it isn't, was still standing today at Ole Miss on the 3rd floor, you would see a group selfie of Post Malone, a bunch of pikes, my grandfather holding shots of tequila.
Run away while we're running in circles.
That's a pretty legendary story.
Fantastic.
He was pre-Malone before that party, and then with your grandpa.
Raj, do you have kids? Because, I mean, that was straight out of the dad joke playbook.
You'd
right
think
there.
I have a million dad jokes, but I have zero.
That was awesome. Great story, Cortney. Okay, let's go ahead and meet Raj Nathan from Startup Hypeman. Raj, it says here, and this is pretty intense, that you've attended 4 WrestleManias?
Yes. I have seen some of my childhood favorites even as an adult. I've seen The Undertaker wrestle live, not just at WrestleMania 4 times, but like 8 other times going to different events. I saw the Shawn Michaels retirement match live. I have seen, a lot of the greats. I saw The Rock make an appearance like 7 years ago, even after he had been out of wrestling for a long time. I love pro wrestling through and through. And I actually think there's, I have a thesis waiting to be written on how running a startup or being a salesperson is just like being a pro wrestler.
Love it. All right. Good stuff, Raj. Thanks for being here. Last up, we're going to go ahead and meet Tom Slocum from the SD Lab. Tom, it looks like you may have had a bit of a challenging time growing up, because I'm reading here that you grew up one of 6 children and 5 of your siblings are sisters. So it's you and five sisters.
Yeah, that's my only interesting fact. I don't got much going on. Very vanilla over here. But yes, I grew up with 5 sisters. I am the oldest of them all. It was hectic and crazy throughout my childhood, and long nights of watching The Notebook, eating ice cream with the tears, all the good stuff.
I'm so sorry. I don't even know what to say. I'm humiliated.
And now they're living their life, being awesome women. But yeah, 6 kids, me, the oldest son, being responsible for the 5 of them. Good times.
Wow. Yeah, that's got to be definitely a unique way of growing up in a household with 5 sisters for sure.
Yeah.
Love it. Good stuff, Tom. Thanks for being here. Okay, next up, we're going to play our next sales game, which we refer to as
Word Up.
Once the random word generator starts, contestants, you'll push the button in front of you to select a word. You'll then give your best piece of practical sales advice containing that word. It's time for Word Up. All right, first up, we're going to have Raj. Raj, go ahead and put your hands on your buzzer. Say stop when you're ready.
Big bucks, big bucks, big bucks.
No whammies.
Here's the thing. If you are a noob in the sales game, you're probably looking out there being like, how am I going to pwn all these people someday who are so much more experienced than me? I don't know anything. How do I talk to a more senior buyer if I'm just starting my career? I'm a noob. Well, you know what? Don't swing that small noob energy, because the fact is you have an opinion, you have a perspective, you still have a voice even though you're earlier in your career. But if you are feeling like you are at a disadvantage, spend your spare time talking to the people who have that kind of title or who have that status level that are ultimately your buyers. You don't need to have sales conversations with them, but you can just have I want to, quote unquote, pick your brain, or I want to learn more about your role. Talk to the senior people in your company who have a similar title and understand what their challenges are. It doesn't matter if you're less experienced. If you can speak to the other person like you're their peer, I swear you will not feel like a noob ever again.
All right.
Good close.
All right, next up, we're going to go to Cortney. Courtney, hands on your buzzer. Press the button and say stop when you're ready.
I'm really nervous. Okay, stop.
Ooh.
What the hell
This
does
is
that
a Saad
mean?
word.
So, if you want to understand your buyers, instead of mass sending emails, try asking them to get on a K-pop call with you. And on this call, what you can do is you can act as if they're your standing mentor to get information about, the current landscape, what their peers are saying, how they, think about your product, how they would use it, and where it lies within their priorities. So you're able to make a better suggestions and to prospect more efficiently versus become a spam cannon. I don't
All right.
know what
All
the hell
right.
K-pop
Good
is.
effort at not knowing what K-pop was. Who wants to tell her what K-pop is?
I'm like,
Korean pop music.
Nice work, Courtney. Next up, we are going to go to Tom. Tom, go ahead and put your hands on your buzzer. Go ahead and hit the buzzer and say stop when you're ready.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Stop.
All right, Tom.
Elf on the Shelf. Oh man, luckily I have kids. This is right up my lane. My wife will kill me if I can't bring this home. Oh man, Elf on the Shelf. I'm gonna give sales advice to following up from Raj and playing off the noobs, right? As a new salesperson, you don't want to be like an elf on the shelf, creating chaos and mischief within the sales process, hiding all over, trying to duck and dodge, play little tactics. The best thing you want to do is show up real, authentic, bearing gifts to your prospects, right? Show them how you can be helpful, give them gifts that make them better in their day-to-day, and be that good little elf to make sure that they end up on the nice list and generate the sales and business that they need for their business. Elf on the shelf.
That was pretty great.
All right, last up, we're going to go to Saad. Saad, hands on your buzzer. Stop when you're ready.
Okay. Hey, Johnny. I know you want a meeting with Lonnie, but stop being a cutesy poo on that personalized video and just send them something that could be relevant to send to their exec teams. The reason being is that they don't want what's cute. They don't want what's poo. All they care about is what they can do when they're working with you. So forget the cuteness. Forget the extra sauce. Just tie it all back to how they can win what they had previously lost.
nails it. Fantastic job, Saad. All right. Todd, you've got some tough work ahead of you.
Love you, Todd.
Let's turn to our celebrity judge, Todd. How do the scores look after round 2?
Scores for round 2.
This is really, really hard. But remember, it all comes down to that final question. So don't freak yourself out against about the points here. But Raj, A+, I gave you 200. Saad, how could I not give you 200 points after that performance? That was fantastic. Tom, loved your advice there. It was fantastic. Good use of Elf in the Shelf. Deducted you a couple points there, but I gave you a 195. And then Courtney, I had to give you 190. The advice was fantastic, but the misconnection with the word had you down a little bit. So 200 Raj, Saad, 195 for Tom, and 190 for Courtney.
All right, great job, contestants. It's a really close race, so keep your head in it. We still have 2 rounds to go. We've got sales impressions and the final sales question, so everybody's still in it. We'll be right back after the commercial break with a round you're not going to want to miss. Stay tuned for sales impressions.
Hey, you should sign up for Align. It is awesome. It's a virtual deal room.
This is the buyer enablement flow on a beat. You should sign up today. Try it totally free. Let's go.
Sign up for Aligned and help your buyer buy.
We're supposed to be in the deal room.
No, mate. Align's got it covered, bro.
It's 100% free. You have literally nothing to lose and everything to gain.
It is the best tool out there for fixing the deal flow.
All right, welcome back from the break, everybody. Let's get ready for our next game we call
Sales Impressions.
Each contestant will use their buzzer to select a random personality to impersonate, while sharing 3 things not to do or stop doing in sales. Get ready for Sales Impressions. First up is going to be Cortney. Cortney, hands on your buzzer. Stop when you're ready. Oh, it looks like Courtney has selected Elmo. All right, Courtney, give us 3 things to stop doing as Elmo. Let's hear it.
Elmo here! And I'm gonna tell you guys what to stop doing in sales, okay? Okay. Number 1, stop asking people on coffee chats just so you can pitch to them. It's not nice. Number 2, stop telling prospects your product can do every fucking thing they want it to do. That is not a way to make friends in sales, okay? In Elmo's world. And number 3, ask before you name drop. For an intro into a company, a good reputation pays off in the long run.
Fantastic. Oh, I didn't know I was going to wake up this morning with an Elmo F-bomb. I love it.
I'm glad
Elmo's stuck in my head now.
All right. Good job, Courtney. Well done.
Oh, man. I think Elmo broke the sound barrier.
Elmo is,
I was very shocked at the F. I was like, man, Elmo has grown up. Elmo's gone to college. Elmo went to the Olympics.
All right. Great job, Courtney. Next up, we are going to go to Saad. Saad, hands on your buzzer. Say stop when you're ready.
Let's do it.
Oh, okay. Looks like Saad has selected Peter Griffin from the Family Guy. Oh, yes. I love it.
Yes.
All right, Saad. 3 things to stop doing as Peter Griffin. Go.
Lloyd, stop saying cold calling is dead. Stop. Not dead. Shit at it. Stiff. Fine. Stewie. Stop pitch slapping him, moron. Brian. God damn it. Stop BDR Appreciation Week. Just give them pizza. Just give them pizza and Starbucks gift card. God. I tried.
You did. Oh, that was really good.
It was Peter Griffin passing a kidney stone. I appreciate it.
I'll take it. The process, that's exactly what it is. Peter reevaluating life choices.
Love it. Love it. Okay. Next up, we are going to go to Tom. So, Tom, hands on your buzzer. Stop when you're ready.
Whammy, no whammy. Ah!
Oh, this is interesting. Looks like Tom has selected Pistachio Disguisey from the Master of Disguise as the turtle guy.
Wow. Oh my God. I haven't thought about that movie in 20 years.
3 things to stop doing in sales, Tom, as the turtle.
Turtle. Am I not turtle enough for the Turtle Club? If I could give any sales advice, turtle. Get out of your shell. Get out of your shell. Be you. Be unique. Stand out. Turtle. If you want to be like Elf on the Shelf, they don't, be in your prospect's inbox at Santa's workshop. Turtle. They want you to be unique, stand out, don't be the elf hidden in the corner. Show them you're the gift they've been waiting for. Turtle. And my last piece of advice for you, turtle. Stick your neck out your shell. Do things a little bit differently and creative. Turtle.
Oh, good stuff.
I love the callback to the elf on the shelf as part of
Got
this.
you. I wrote that thing there.
That's hard to do.
We love a good time. Tom to
Bring it back, baby. Relevant.
Movie guy.
Bring it back.
Way to put yourself out there, Tom. Loved it.
Oh, my God.
Okay, last up, we're going to go to Raj. Raj, hands on your buzzer. Stop when you're ready.
Come on.
Oh, looks like Raj has selected none other than Barack Obama.
Oh, wow.
Now look, I'm not going to sit here and let SDRs, BDRs, account executives, and salespeople at large, send an email thinking physical location is the equivalent of personalization, while also getting on a meeting, on a discovery call, and refusing to say anything about their own company until they goad the buyer into speaking first. And not only that, but if we are to live in a more fair, a more just, a more equitable sales nation, then lastly, we need to make sure that all you sales managers out there are properly compensating your sales team. Thank you. God bless, and God bless the United States of America.
That was really, really freaking good. Good job, everybody. Todd, you got a tough job. Let's go ahead and
We love you, Todd.
reveal the scores after round 3. What have we got?
Scores for round 3.
Yeah, so the way that I was thinking about it was part voice and then part advice. I wanted to hear really good advice too. Cortney, that voice was fantastic. The advice was fantastic. You threw in the F-bomb. If I could give you more than 300, I would have, but I gave you 300. All right.
Nice. Good job, Cortney.
I'm going to go around a little bit here. Tom, I don't know who the turtle guy is, but my face hurts from laughing. It was fantastic. and the advice was really good, too. I gave you a 295. And then for Raj, the voice was fantastic. I closed my eyes. I'm thinking I'm with Barack. Fantastic. The advice was really good. I gave you a 295. And then for Saad, I'm the hugest Family Guy fan on the planet. The voice was great. I was trying to picture him though. It was the kidney stone thing, so a couple points off there. But I gave you a 290.
Great job, contestants. This is a super close round we have here at Sales Game. But everybody is 100% still in it because we still have the final sales question to go. So you're going to decide what you want, how much you want to wager right now on the final sales question category of sales books.
What do you get when you combine one or more gifts with a thoughtful custom text message and your contact's company logo, and polish it off with their brand colour, all created at the click of a button? You get a popper. Create your own poppers for free at Popr.ai. That's Popr.ai. And use coupon code HOLIDAY25 at checkout for 25% off any subscription. Expires January 5th, 2024. Check out Popr.ai today.
Welcome back from the break. All right, it's time for the final round. This is where it all comes together, the final sales question. And we just so happen to have a celebrity sales question for you. Here it is.
Celebrity final question.
Hey y'all, it's Will Aitken. As you can see behind me, I'm a big reader of sales books. So much so that last year I read 26 different sales books. So I thought I'd take 3 of my favorites, hold them up to camera, and have you guess the author based entirely on the title. The first book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Who's the author? The second book, The Transparency Sale. Who is the author? And the final book, one of my favorites, Gap Selling. Who is the author?
First up, we are going to go to Cortney Wilbanks. Cortney, what was your answer to the final sales question? What'd you come up with?
So I write like a 12-year-old boy, so apologize. So I know his last name is Keenan. I don't know his first name. I know it begins with an A. Andrew, maybe? Is Gap Selling? Transparency Sale? Isn't that yours, Ty Capone? Okay, that's what I thought. And then Dale Carnegie is How to Win Friends and Influence People.
All right. Yes. Nice work. She got all 3. Fantastic work, Courtney. Good job. All right, Courtney, how much did you wager?
All of it.
All of it. Plus, she gets the bonus points as well for getting all 3. Good job, Courtney.
Oh, man, you went for the whole
Nice
wager.
work.
Oh, no.
All right. Next up, we're going to go to Saad. Saad, what was your answer to the final sales question?
Well, because I love you, and this is all I'm going to take away from this, support for you. Courtney, I think you got that one. Todd, I'm so sorry. I got Keenan for Gap Selling, and I should have not remembered this. I got Dale Carnegie for How to Win Friends and Influence People. I should have substituted that and remembered Todd for the bonus points. So, I feel like I know where this is going.
that is
Even as
bittersweet.
Todd was like, "Don't look at my background. You didn't."
Hey, don't see this.
Guys,
There
hold
were
on.
some hints there.
I lost 2020 back in 2020. So
Wait.
Good stuff. Saad, how much did you wager?
I wagered 500 points.
500. Okay. That brings Saad to 1,089. All right. So next up, we are going to go to Tom. Tom, what was your answer to the final sales question?
So 590 wager, and I've got Keenan Allen for Gap Selling, Dale Carnegie for How to Win Friends, and my boy Todd for Transparency Sale, baby.
All right. And he goes all in. All right.
He loses for not writing it in order.
I'm clapping, but I know I'm deflated.
Hey.
All right. Well, that puts Tom into first place at 1190 right now. Comes down to this. So, Raj, what do you got? What was your answer to the final sales question?
We've got Dale Carnegie, Todd Capone, and I thought his name was just Keenan, like Sharon.
One name.
I think it is.
I'm pretty sure on LinkedIn he's just Keenan Dot.
You don't get points for last name, bro. You lose points.
No,
You
you have to
full
put
author
A.
name.
What's his first name?
He goes by Keenan. It's just Keenan.
Oh,
See,
really?
if you look at it on Amazon, yeah,
It's like Cher.
Okay.
What'd you wager, Raj?
All right,
Bring
Raj.
us
It all
out.
comes down to this.
This is where it gets tough because if I went into this how I normally would, I would have put it all on the line. And then Todd's conservative ass had to come in and be like, don't be too risky here.
Oh, this is getting
What is it?
He played himself. He played himself. Right, you had the clean sweep. You had the clean sweep. You had the clean sweep, brother.
All right, Tom wins sales game coming from behind. Congratulations, Tom, the
Raj
winner
beat
of
himself.
episode number 4. Congratulations.
You know what? Sales is not only a psychology game, it's a numbers game. And you, my friend, won both.
I went ballsy, bro. I watched enough Jeopardy. I said, put it all. Put it all on there.
Todd, any last words of advice or wisdom? Besides, we all know that you're unfriending Saad on LinkedIn, but anything else you want to share?
No, I mean, this is just an absolute joy hanging out. I didn't know what to expect being the judge, and my face literally hurts. So
Oh, fantastic. Well, thank you guys. Thanks everybody for doing this. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a cheesy wave out, and then we'll go ahead and call it a day. Nice work. Good job, everybody. Thank you very much. This episode was brought to you by Popr.ai. With Popr.ai, create eye-catching branded animations at the click of a button to wow your customers and prospects. And special thanks to our contestants, Tom from the SD Lab, Raj from Startup Hypeman, Cortney, our sales strategy specialist, and Saad from Aligned. Thanks to our judge, sales transparency expert Todd Capone, and to our celebrity question guy, Will Aitken. Keep an eye out for new episodes of Sales Game every month, and reminder to get your pets spayed or neutered. I'm Jeff Hatton, signing out.